NEWS.MC on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Bringing you news on Monaco's economy, culture, sports and more. Welcome to NEWS.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Coming up on NEWS.MC, discover past week's top stories and meet the people who make Monaco.
My name is Sebastien Dino. I'm the administrator of GCM Les Grands Monégasques, and you are watching NEWS.MC on Monaco Info.
What's been making headline in the past week? A rare partial solar eclipse brought crowds to the hills above Monaco on August the 12th as sky watchers gathered to witness the celestial event, the first visible from the region in 27 years. Popular viewpoints quickly filled with families and astronomy enthusiasts hoping for the best views despite limited visibility from some locations. Many combined the occasion with picnics while enjoying the unusual spectacle before the sun disappeared behind the mountains. Although the eclipse's maximum phase was obscured locally, spectators still left delighted after experiencing a memorable event. Monaco unveiled draft legislation on August the 13th to regulate crypto asset service providers, reinforcing the Principality's commitment to financial security while supporting innovation. The proposed reforms form part of a broader effort to modernize Monegasque law in response to the rapid growth of digital assets, with a strong emphasis on compliance and anti-money laundering standards. Rather than adopting a one-size-fits-all approach, the legislation has been tailored to Monaco's specific legal and financial environment. Further details on the proposed framework are available through the Prince's government. Monaco's Museum of Prehistoric Anthropology is taking visitors on a journey through 7 million years of human evolution with its exhibition From Toumaï to Sapiens. Running until October 15th, the interactive display explores the story of humanity from Toumaï, one of the earliest known human ancestors, to modern Homo sapiens, which emerged around 300,000 years ago. Featuring fossils, artifacts and educational exhibits, the exhibition highlights nearly 30 known species discovered across Africa, Europe and Asia. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., it offers an engaging exploration of humanity's extraordinary evolutionary history. As Monaco's nightlife reaches its summer peak, the Be Safe Association is helping more than 1,000 people each month get home safely after a night out. 2 free shuttle services operate from Wednesday to Sunday between midnight and 5:30 a.m., covering Monaco and neighboring French communes. Working closely with bars, clubs and valet services, Be Safe transports intoxicated passengers while their vehicles remain securely parked until the following day. Founded by Camille Gottlieb after the tragic loss of a friend, the initiative continues to promote responsible nightlife and prevent drink driving. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has shared rare archive material offering fresh insight into Grace Kelly's remarkable Hollywood career. Preserved among the Academy's vast film collections are personal letters, photographs and production documents spanning her years in cinema and life after becoming Princess of Monaco. The archives reveal her close relationship with Alfred Hitchcock, her reflections on leaving acting following her 1956 marriage to Prince Rainier III, and her decision to decline later film roles. The collection also celebrates her enduring influence from her Oscar-winning performance in The Country Girl to the lasting impact of her style and philanthropic legacy. Monaco's bathing waters undergo rigorous weekly testing throughout the summer to ensure they remain safe for residents and visitors. Every Monday, the Environment Department collects 6 water samples from the Principality's 5 supervised bathing sites, measuring temperature, pH, salinity, and other physical and chemical indicators in accordance with European standards. Laboratory analysis also screens for bacteria including E. coli, enterococci, and intestinal streptococci, which could indicate contamination and pose a risk to public health. Officials say Monaco's seawater quality is consistently excellent, with only occasional and short-lived changes following periods of heavy rainfall. Results are available within 24 hours, allowing authorities to respond quickly if necessary and ensuring swimmers can continue to enjoy the Principality's beaches with confidence throughout the summer season. The Museum of Old Monaco is enjoying renewed success following its reopening 2 months ago after several years of closure and extensive renovation. Located on the rock, the museum has already welcomed 1,767 visitors from 40 countries. Across 2 floors, its collection of paintings, engravings, maps, and historic objects explores Monegasque history, traditions, and everyday life. Particular emphasis is placed on the Monegasque language and the writers who helped preserve it, including Louis Notari. Organizers say visitors have shown considerable interest in discovering Monaco's lesser-known heritage. The 21st Palermo to Monte Carlo race began on August the 18th, with 45 yachts racing from Sicily to the Principality. Among the favorites was Blackjack 100, the 30.5-meter maxi skippered by Monaco's Tristan Lebrun, who was seeking a third victory with his 18-strong crew. Changeable winds made tactical decisions crucial, with conditions favoring a route west of Corsica towards the Strait of Bonifacio. Also aboard was 20-year-old Julio from Yacht Club de Monaco's sports section, gaining valuable experience aboard one of the world's leading offshore racing yachts. Blackjack 100 went on to take line honours, crossing the finish in Monaco at 12:07 on Thursday the 20th of August after 47 hours and 27 minutes at sea. The remainder of the fleet continued to arrive on Thursday evening and Friday. We will have the full results in the next episode. Next up, our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
My name is Sebastien Dino. I'm the administrator of GCM Les Grands Monégasques. So I was born in Monaco. I always lived here, and my family is here for many generations on my father's side. His parents came here from Italy, but asked for the French nationality for some strange reason. That makes me French, born in Monaco, enfant du pays. I grew up with my grandfather's business. When I was born, he already had the wine cellar I'm working in today. With my sister, we grew up in this wine cellar. I remember I have some very vivid memories about this wine cellar because it was very noisy, very smelly. At the time, we were aging wine still. I remember also old people from the neighborhood coming with these 5 liters, 10 liters, to take the wine from the big barrels. I think a bit like Obelix, I was born into it, It played a big role in my childhood. I didn't know I was going to do that, but I knew that from a young age I loved wine. I loved also very little to taste the wine in my father's glasses, to smell it. So the smell and the taste came very early. But what I wanted to do when I was young, I think, was more traveling the world, being an explorator, traveling the world, going to meet all the different cultures in the world. And I think that came from a philosophy teacher that I had when I was young, because this teacher was amazing. When you have a teacher when you're young and he's passionate about what he's doing and he transmits his passion. So that was it for me. And then I decided I wanted to travel the world. So I did travel when I was young. When I was young, I started to do some deliveries. Then I was a commercial, and I did some jobs also traveling the world. Then I came back to work as a commercial in the wine cellar 15 years ago, something like this. And at some point, I wanted to create my own companies. With this business, I opened with my wife. I got much more maturity with time, and now I think I was ready, beginning of this year, to come back to work with my grandfather. And this is what I did. When customers, high-end customers are entering the shop, usually if they want Petrus or Mouton Rothschild, bottles of Bordeaux like this, they know they can take 12 bottles, 24 bottles. This we have, this is no problem. We have one of the greatest stock in the region of Grand Cru of Bordeaux. We have more than 3,000 references. The space here is amazing. We actually opened, beginning of the year, a space where you can also taste the different bottles, taste by glass. It's a historical place, so it's very nice to come here, enjoy a nice glass of wine with a history around you. The barrels around are barrels from end of 1800s. And if you come to visit us, you will see on the ground at the back cave, the back wine cellar, we still have this iron metal ring on the ground, and because it was a stables, and the horses were parked there, and they were then delivering the wine through Monaco. So it's a very historical place with one of the greatest stock in the region. So when I was young, I was Bordeaux, because it was my first love was Bordeaux. And then it turned to be Burgundy more. The tannin are a bit softer, it's a bit thinner. Now, I'm really surprised, because for, I think 6 months, I'm back to Bordeaux. 6 months ago, for the New Year's Eve, with a very old friend of mine. I hadn't seen him for many years. And he said, which one you want to drink? Because I know you know your wine. And I'm like, Okay, so Mouton Rothschild 2000, for now, I think it's perfect. It's 26 years old, and we opened the bottle, and it was brilliant at its peak. Also, I think it's a question of moment. I hadn't seen him for a long time. It was New Year's Eve at his place, and this gave me such an emotion. It remembered me how great wines from Bordeaux could be. And since when I've been drinking Bordeaux a lot, Burgundy is a bit easier because already 3-4 years are already good to drink. But yeah, I'm back to Bordeaux now. A lot of regions like this in France are changing also, which is really interesting, like Côte de Provence here. 15 years ago, only a few ones were good rosé. Nowadays, with the new technological barriques they have something to cool down the wine very quickly when it turns to red, because you know it's a fermentation on the process to be a red wine, and they stop it to make a rosé. And nowadays, with the technology, it's becoming better and better. So the Côte de Provence every year is a bit better than the year before for me. So there's a lot of regions like this in France that are getting better. And yeah, I think the wine, when you take the vines and take it in another country, is going to make something completely different, because the association of the climate with the vine and the work of the vigneron is going to make always a different symphony. So it's very interesting because never 2 times the same thing exactly. So it's also the same with the regions, yeah. It's a great place for culture of wine. What's super interesting is that we have many nationalities here, and the different nationalities drink different wines. But mainly in Monaco, they love great wines, of course, but they also love to be surprised, because many of them have tried everything, and our job is to find new wine that are rising, starting to becoming famous, but not too much, and to make them discover this kind of bottles is very interesting for us. This is our job, and this is where we play a big part also, because it takes a lot of time to encounter all the producers, select the great ones, and this is where our value is also.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching NEWS.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover the full interview and more stories on our websites, NEWS.MC and MonacoInfo.com. Next week we will receive Delia Grace Noble, founder of Noble Monaco and Le Grand Bal des Princes et Princesses. This show is intended to provide a summary of the past week's top stories for the English-speaking audience. For daily and real-time news updates in English, please visit NEWS.MC and subscribe to our free daily newsletter. For French news, visit MonacoInfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.